For those of us that never been to prison, right? Can you give us like a detailed explanation of what prison is really like?
A
Because I know you've
detailed
been locked up in
explanation.
a different places too, so it's like the experience
Yeah.
is different depending where you locked up too.
I feel like prison is a micro example of the streets, right? Um, it's not much different. It's just in terms of how things operate, right? Like you got the gangs in there, you got the segregations, you got the drugs, you got the leaders, right? But the way I look at it is like this, because I talk about this for work. You got three types of groups of people. You got the leaders, you got the lions, and you got the lambs, right? And you decide what your bid's gonna be on based on who you are. You know what I'm saying? So the line for me, the lambs are the ones that follow the trends, that's influenced, that's manipulated by the lions. They might be the ones that's impressionable. They might be the weak ones that they preyed upon. The lions are the ones who's like dog eat dog world. That's the lifestyle they live. They on gang time. They oppressing, right? They looking right just to come up on their own lambs or their own leaders. I mean, or they going against other lions, right? And then you got like the leaders. And I feel like that's me and many others who we're not lambs. We don't conform to the lion mentality. We lead ourselves, right? And we respected by both, right? So I ain't got to press my brother for me to be respected. I'm going to hit the books, get my weight up, but still move militant, educate myself, right? And I felt like it's very few, but you start to see like you meet more and more people who are leaders, right? Some of them might have transitioned out of the lion mindset and then became a leader. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how you can see like the bid, because those different types of groups, they engaging every day with each other in a very small space. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough because it's kind of like it's an oppressive environment, right? Like in order for the lion to exist, you got to prey on the land. You know what I'm saying? The leaders always haven't engaged those different types of groups. So it's like you got to kind of like make your bid what you want. I feel like your bid is what you make it. When you wake up every day, you got the same 24 hours as your fellow, right? What you do with your 24, it determines the outcome of your bid. Some brothers is getting up and they hitting the law library for 10 of those hours, hitting the gym for 5, getting on the phone for 3, go back to themselves. Some brothers is in a cell all day reading, staying away from everything out there. Some brothers on the phone all day, talking to their loved ones. Some of them out in the yard trapping, extorting, beefing. Some brothers in the weight pit all day. Some other brothers in education, programming. You choose what you want. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like prison is what you make it based on what is given. And there's a lot there, right? You just got to kind of, for me, I was fortunate to have like my visionary skills, right? Where I was able to kind of like map my life out in prison. I want to be like this person. And my lane was I want to work out. I'm going to stay away from all the politics. And with everything going on, I'm going to get my mind right. And I'm going to stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Here and there, I'll go outside. I mingle with the bros. I move around. I tap in. Just like I do in the streets now. You know what I'm saying? I go to certain hoods, say what up, make my presence felt, but keep it pushing. I'm not there for long. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of like, it's really just another experience of life, but it's more in confinement that puts you close to things that you'd rather not be next to. And ultimately, the choice is yours.
I've had people describe prison as slow torture. Like the time just seems to move so much slower in prison. Like out here in in outside of the walls, it's almost like you can never have enough time. There's so much stuff you got to do every single day. You know what I mean? It goes so fast. But like they say in there, it's like I could go to the yard, I go here, I go there, and all of a sudden it's like, dang, only 30 minutes pass. You know, you feel like you did so much, but like it's like so slow.
That's true. But it all goes back to what I said is what you do with your time, right?
Right.
So time is slower than the real world, no matter what you're doing with your time in prison. So I'm going to make that statement first. But before I turned around, I had 13 years and I was home. You know what I'm saying? So my time did fly because I was doing things with my time, right? And one of my, presentations, I'm like, I ain't just do time or I ain't just serve time, time served me. When time serving you kind of controlling that narrative, right? Yes, there's moments where it's slow. Yes, there's moments you're gonna wake up, be like, damn, it's only 2014. I got 4 years left. All that's true, but time is really what you make it, man. It's not really a real thing. So when people say it's torture, it's because they might have spent a lot of time having a time to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's again, it's all a relative experience. That's a fact. But it is tough. Don't get me wrong. Time could be torturous for any person, no matter how fast or slow it's going for you, because you're waking up every day experiencing the same shit, right? But when I look at it now, and I'm like, damn, it just was 13 years of my journey, right? Like, I start to see like things happen actually really, really fast. You know what I'm saying? When you in the moment, it's slow. When you look back at it now, for me, it's like has a different experience.
Mm-hmm. And you ended up like doing like what, like 4 months in the box, right?
Almost, yeah,
Almost 4 months.
yeah.
What is that experience like of being in? Because like for you, you were by yourself in the box. Because I've heard other times people say that
Yeah,
they've
bunkies
served
and
time
stuff.
in the box with another person.
Yeah. Mine was in regular box time. Um, yeah, it was another experience for me to realize consequential thinking, but more like emotional kind of like thinking, right? Like making emotional decisions. So my situation was over a dude just, violated in a moment. I could have found another way around that, but you know what I'm saying? And I lost almost everything. I was just about to get into college. I was getting trailer visits. I was closer to home. You know what I'm saying? I lost all that in just that one swipe, right? Son told, right? Another situation, but this was directly something I did. And that was another moment, man. And there was a threat of him pressing charges, right? So that was another moment for me to like, you can't, like, you want to do this other bid you're trying to create for yourself. You was creating that reality. And here it is, you just threw it all away based on these choices you made. So for me, it was another learning curve. It was another moment to sit back and reflect and kind of open up my eyes and like make sure like I came out of that. You know what I'm saying? And then if I had to be honest, back to the badge of honor, at least I felt like, yo, I experienced box time. It's something like, at least I know I've been there, right? It's another stamp on my history, right? But it's none of that's anything to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's all tied to stupid decision making.
But like, how would you describe like what is it like being in the box though? Is that like is it really like they don't give you any light? They
Oh,
don't like you know
that
what I
shit
mean?
is
Like
that's torturous. You're not eating right. You're bored. A lot of time on your hands. Like you interacting with your neighbors, they interacting with each other. You locked in 24/1. Like you literally like it's a reality check. You know what I'm saying? They take everything away from you. You have no property. You know what I'm saying? You get skinny. You turn pale. Like
right,
that's
because
the
we
torturous.
need vitamin D as human
Yeah,
beings. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like it's so important to us.
Yeah, you lose weight, you turn pale, you not sleeping right, your sleeping pattern is all off. Like your whole reality that you created to cope with your already messed up reality just got taken away. Now you got to cope with, create a whole new system, right? So you kind of reprogramming yourself to deal with this new reality. So now it's definitely torturous. I ain't gonna lie, like, cause there's some trays you couldn't even eat, and it was terrible, bro.